Chapter 34 Sri Sai Charitra English Greatness of Vodhi continued. Doctor's nephew NEPHEW మేనలుడు తోడబుట్టిన వాడి కొడుకు డాక్టర్ పిలి శ్యామా's sister in law Irani girl Harda gentleman Mumbai lady. This chapter also continues the subject greatness of Vodhi and describes cases in which the application of Vodhi was most efficacious. EFFICACIOUS. Doctor's nephew. In Melgaon, district Nasik, there lived a doctor, qualified and degree holder. His nephew suffered from an incurable disease, tubercular bone abscess, chimukurupu. The doctor, along with his relatives and medical practitioners, tried all sorts of remedies and even surgery. There was no relief and no end to the little boy's sufferings. Friends and relatives advised the parents of the boy to seek divine aid and recommended them to go to Sai Baba, who was known to have cured such incurable diseases by his mere glance. The parents therefore came to Sai Baba Shirdi. They prostrated themselves before Baba, placed the boy before him and pleaded humbly and implored IMPLORED pradhayapaddaడు him to save their son. The merciful Baba comforted them, saying, "Those who resort to this masjid shall never suffer anything in this life to the end of time. Now do not worry. Apply Vodhi on the abscess, ABCESS, Chimukurupu, and within a week he will recover. Believe in God. This is no masjid but Dwarkamai. He who steps here will soon get health and happiness, and his sufferings will come to end." The boy was made to sit before Baba, who moved his hands on the affected part and cast his loving glances on him. The patient was pleased, and with the application of the Vodhi, he began to recover and was all right after some days. The parents then left Shirdi with their son, thanking Baba for the cure, which was effected by Vodhi and Baba's gracious looks. After knowing this, the doctor, the uncle of the boy, became wonderstruck and desired to see Baba. While he was on his way to Mumbai for some business at Melgaon and Manmad, some boy spoke to him against Baba and poisoned his ears. Therefore, he dropped the idea of visiting Shirdi and went to Mumbai direct. He wanted to spend the rest of his life at Alibag, but at Mumbai he heard for 3 successive nights a voice, "Still you disbelieve me?" Then the doctor changed his mind and resolved to go to Shirdi. He who had attended to a case of infectious fever in Mumbai, which showed no signs of quick abatement, తగ్గింపు ABATEMENT ఉపశమనం తక్కువ చేయడం. So he thought that his Shirdi trip would be postponed. He however proposed to a test in his mind and said that if the patient gets all right by today, I will start Shirdi to tomorrow. The wonder is that exactly from the time when his determination was done, the fever began to abate, ABATE, తగ్గింపు ఉపశమనం, and temperature became normal. Then he went to Shirdi as per his determination, took Baba's darshan and prostrated himself before him. Baba gave him such experiences that he became his devotee. He stayed there for 4 days and returned home with Baba's Sudhi and blessings. Within a fortnight, he was transferred to promotion to Bijapur. His nephew's case gave him an opportunity for seeing a Baba, and this visit garnered GARNERED సంపాదించారు in him a never failing love for the saint feet. Dr. Pillai. One Dr. Pillai was an intimate devotee of Baba. He was much liked by Baba, who was always called him Bahu, BROTH, brother. Baba talked to him off and on and consulted him in all matters and wanted him always at his side. This Pillai suffered once very badly from gunia worms. He said to Kaka Sahib Dikshit, "The pain is most excruciating. EXCRUCIATING విపరీతమైన వేధించే బాధించే అండ్ అన్బేరబుల్ భరించలేని. I prefer death to it. This pain I know is for repaying the past karma, but go to Baba and tell him to cease the pain and transfer the balance of my past karma to 10 future births of mine. Mr. Dikshit went to Baba and told him his request. Then Baba, being moved by his request, said to Dikshit, tell him to be fearless. Why should he suffer for 10 births? In 10 days he can work out the sufferings and consequences of his past karma. While I am here to give him temporal and spiritual welfare, why should he pray for death? Bring him here on somebody's back and let us work and finish his suffering once for all. The doctor was brought in that condition and was seated on Baba's right side. Baba gave him his bolstered BOLSTERE Dindu and said, lie down calmly here and be at ease. The true remedy is that the result of past actions has to be suffered and got over. Our karma is the cause of your happiness and sorrow. Therefore, put up with whatever comes to you. Allah, God, is the sole dispenser and protector. Think of him always. He will take care of you. Surrender him to with body and mind and speech, and then see what he does. Dr. Pillai said that Nana Sahib had put a bandage over the leg, but he had no relief. Nana is a fool, replied Baba. Take off that bandage, or else you will die. Now a crow will come and peck ముక్కుతో పొడిచి తిను PECK at you, and then you will recover. While this conversation was going on, Abdul, who always cleared the masjid and trimmed the lamps, turned up. While he was attending to his work, his foot accidentally fell upon the stretched leg of Dr. Pillai. The leg was already swollen, and when Abdul's foot fell upon it and pressed it, all the 7 guinea worms were squeezed out at the once. The pain was unbearable, and Dr. Pillai cried out loudly. After some time, he calmed down and began to sing and cry alternatively. Then Pillai inquired when the crow was coming and pecking. Baba said, did you not see the crow? He won't come again. Abdul was crow. Now go and rest in the wada and you will be soon all right. Shama's sister-in-law. Shama's younger brother Bapaji was staying near the Savil Vihar. Once his wife was attacked with bubonic plague. She had high fever and 2 buboes, BUBOS, in her groins, GROINS, Gajja. Bapaji rushed to Shama at Shirdi and asked him to come and help. Shama was frightened, but according to his wont, WONT, Acharamu, Custom, CUSTOM, he went to Baba, prostrated himself before him to invoke his aid by requesting him to cure the case. He also asked his permission to go to his brother's house. Then Baba said, don't go there at this late hour. Send her the woody. Why care for the fever and bubos, Baba? God is our father. She will be all right easily. Do not go now. Go there in the morning and return immediately. Shama had full faith in Baba's woody. It was sent with the Bapaji's. It was applied on the bubos and some of it was mixed with water given to the patient for drinking. No sooner was it taken, it perspiration set in profusely, chala ekkuva, aparimita, pushkalanga, PROFUSCLY. The fever abated and the patient had a sound sleep. Next morning, Bapaji was surprised to see his wife all right, with no fever and no bubos. When Shama went there next morning with Baba's permission, he was also surprised to see her in the kitchen preparing tea. On questioning his brother, he learned that Baba's woody cured her completely in one night. Then Shama realized the significance of Baba's words, go there in the morning and return immediately. After taking tea, Shama returned and there, saluting Baba, said, Deva, what is this play of yours? You first raise a storm and make us restless, and then calm it down and comfort us. Baba replied, you see, mysterious is the path of action. Though I do nothing, they hold me responsible for the actions which take place on account of prarabdha, destiny. I am only their witness. The Lord is the sole doer and inspirer. He is the most merciful, neither I am God nor master. I am his obedient servant and remember him constantly. He who casts aside his egoism and tasks him and he who trusts him entirely will have his shackles removed and will obtain liberation. Irani's daughter. Now read the experience of Irani gentleman. His young daughter got fits every hour when the convulsion CONVULSION మూర్ఛ అసంకల్పితంగా అప్రయత్నపూర్వకంగా కండరంను కొద్ది కాలం సేపు ముడుచుకోవడం కేమ్ షీ లాస్ట్ హర్ power of speech, her limbs contracted and she fell down senseless. No remedy gave her any relief. Some friend recommended Baba's Udi to her father and asked him to get it from Kaka Sahib Dikshit at Ville Parle, suburb of Mumbai. Then the Irani gentleman got the Udi and gave it mixed with water to his daughter daily for drinking. In the beginning, the convulsions, which were coming hourly, came every 7 hours, and after a few days, the daughter recovered completely. Harday gentleman. An old gentleman of Hadda was suffering from a stone in his kidney. Such a stones are generally removed by the surgical operations and people recommended him to undergo one. He was old and weak, lacked strength of mind and could not think of submitting himself to surgical treatment. His suffering was soon to an end in another way. The Inamdar, city officer of that town, happened to come there at the time. He was devoted of Baba and had always a stock of Wudi with him. On the recommendation of friends, his son got some Wudi from him and after mixing it with water, gave it to his old father to drink. Within 5 minutes, the Wudi was assimilated, కలిసిపోయి, the stone was dissolved, DISSOLOED, కలిగిపోయింది, and came out through his urine, and old man was soon relieved. Mumbai lady, a woman of the Kayastha Prabhu caste in Mumbai, always suffered terrible pain at her delivery. She was very much frightened each time she became pregnant and did not know what to do. Sri Ramurth of Kalyan, who was a devotee of Baba, advised her husband to take her to Shirdi. When she next came pregnant, both husband and wife came to Shirdi, stayed there for some months, and worshipped Baba. After some time, the hour of delivery came, and as usual, there was obstruction in the passage from the womb. She began to suffer labor pains, did not know what to do, but began to pray Baba for relief. In the meantime, some neighboring woman turned up and after invoking Baba said, gave her Yudi mixture to drink. In 5 minutes, the woman delivered safely and painlessly. The issue was still born according to its fate, but the mother, who got rid of the anxiety and pain, thanked Baba for the safe delivery and ever remained grateful to him. Bow to Sri Sai, peace to be all. Sreenivasa Vijayate.